Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into the Sunday action in the MLB. We'll run the board. We're going to come out with a lot of plus money plays today. I'm going to keep firing. All right, we had some success yesterday. There are some edges and some angles I'm going to attack in today's slate. A lot of picks. All right, a lot of picks. We got five kind of sides and totals. Also, we will have a couple alternates that I am going to play at very, very steep plus money prices. I'll give you guys those angles as well later on in this video. And just a quick recap from yesterday, we cleaned up, and that's where we did take a lot of plus money as well. The only bet we lost was the under 4 within the Houston White Sox game. So shout out for the White Sox getting the bat off of their shoulders against Hunter Brown. You know, that was a very kind of anomaly, if you will, within the Saturday slate. But we cleaned up. Judge over plus 175, over 1.5 hits. We had Taylor Ward going under 0.5 bases at plus 155. And then obviously Seattle and the bet of principle with the Dodgers going against the Braves and all of their woes at close to even money. So very strong day in terms of units in return. Let's get into today's slate. For those of you that are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us right here on the channel. We do talk sports betting every day. Right now, we're just solely focused on baseball, but a lot of Game 7s within the hockey, and as well as kind of what we have in the second round of the NBA. And we do get a Game 7 tonight within the Warriors and the Rockets, so that's going to be something to look forward to. And let's run the board, all right? So the first game that we are going to talk about, and we will use Outlier to break all this down. So if you want to find the best numbers available, find that edge, check out my link down below, 7-day free trial. Try it out. If you don't like it, cancel anytime, but it's one of the best tools in the sports betting industry that I do use on a day-to-day basis. And that first game is going to be an official play. Okay, that's the 1:15 matchup from the Mets and Cardinals. It's not the second game, but we're going to target the Mets here. Tidwell going against Eric Fedde. This is a fade, a Fedde fade to be exact. So minus 124 on the Mets is just a very cheap road price. I think they get this one done against the Cardinals. We're going to fade Eric Fedde and give me the Mets here at minus 124. Next game, we got the Twins and the Red Sox. No official play for me. It's one where we do have a game at Fenway. Winds blowing out a touch, but not enough for me to get involved in terms of a total. Don't really have a quite good indication one side or another in this game, so we're going to stay away from it. Paddock going against Crochet. If you want to get into some Red Sox first 5, that's probably where I would lean, but I don't trust the Red Sox enough at a very steep minus 220 price or even minus 108 on the run line. So it's first 5 or nothing, but it's going to be a pass in terms of what I'll be playing. The next game, the Royals in Baltimore. Interesting matchup here. Lorenzen going against Gibson, and Gibson, he's kind of at the back end of his career. Baltimore, this is a fade of Gibson, and if you watched any of his outings, if you've seen kind of what he's done since his return, I think this is where you look into the Orioles 13-19 on the season. I just don't quite frankly get the price. We're going to take Kansas City here plus 115. That's going to be a best bet that I firmly am placing on the channel. Just going to trust me some Royals money here. I don't really love their bats, but I think that going against Gibson, we do have an advantage here. Pretty good road number. So give me the Royals here plus 115 on the money line. Next game up, the Cubs and Brewers. We get a great pitching matchup. Imananga going against Freddie Peralta, and this has been one where Freddie Peralta has been coming on strong as of late. The Cubs, one of the best teams in terms of run differential, scoring runs. Cubs minus 108, backing Imananga. Definitely a short price. Almost made my card. That's where I would lean, but no official play. Next game, Mariners and Rangers. Okay, we backed the Mariners last night. I would love to get involved fading Jacob deGrom once again. He has kind of shown some strength lately, and I think that we get a very, very sharp angle here. This is going to be one that is very risky. It's one that I'm going to give out as a play. It's not going to be an official bet because it's something that has a very, very high chance of losing. So please keep that in mind. But on BetMGM, you can find the best number available at plus 420. We're going to go under 5 runs, alternate total, going under 5, Mariners and Rangers at a plus 420 price. That is going to be one of my long shots today that I do see coming through. We're going to look to cash that bet and really clean up on that regard. But I think that that's a very, very strong angle. It's going to be a small unit play. It's not going to be an official play. But I do think that there is a world where we do see under 5 runs in this matchup between the Mariners and Rangers. Okay. Next game up, Rockies and Giants. We do get Marquez going against Webb. It's too steep of a number. You can see right here, minus 350. There is a famous betting kind of trend. Anytime you see a money line price close to $4, it's proven to go elsewhere. So if you want to take the Rockies on the money line, I don't advertise that. I'm not going to advocate for it, but it is something where we've seen this in the past. These very long money line dogs end up coming in, and it's more profitable than if you bet the favorite more times than not. And Logan Webb, though, has been proven to be the true clear-cut ace of the Giants squad. The Rockies went on a little bit of a win streak, but that is something where the Giants have bounced back. I just think that the Giants get this one done. Run line at minus 160. I'm not going to get involved. That's probably the best way to play it, but it's very, very steep. So we're going to pass on this game, but I would kind of just want to throw out that betting trend there in the market. If you do want to kind of find some value, plus 300 on the Rockies is something that does, like I said, is more profitable than not. Tigers and Angels, this would be a fade on Kokanowicz. If you want to go Tigers team total over, that's where I would lean. If 4.5 though, if you could find a flat 4, that's probably where I would probably recommend that bet. But at a 4.5 at some juice, I'm not gonna get down with that, but that's where I would attack this game, fading Kokanowicz and going over Tigers team total. Okay. The next official play we will have is between the Reds and the Nationals. We do see some scoring in this contest. The lowest scoring game thus far between these two clubs has been 7 runs. You can see the wind blowing out at Great American Ballpark. It is a launch pad, and that's where I could see a very strong play going over 8. We're going to take a flat 8 here as we look for a minus 128 price between the Reds and the Nationals. 2 final games to get into, the Mets and the Cardinals, the second leg of that twin bill. If the Mets do falter in game 1, I probably would look to bounce back and take them. I do kind of lend towards taking doubleheaders. If we usually get a split. It's been a betting trend that does work well. So whoever loses that first game, I would lean in going the opposite way, but I do think there is an avenue where the Mets do sweep today. I like the first game better than the second, but in this game we get McGill going against Palante, and it would just be a play on the Mets, I think, across the board if you force me to bet the second leg, but no official play. And then the last one is the Dodgers and the Braves, okay? Very easy to kind of lean towards the Dodgers here. We get Dustin May going against Elder. The Dodgers, I think their run continues. I think that, they're hitting the baseball exceedingly well. I think that does kind of lend towards a potential over, potential Dodgers team total over, and Dodgers money line. I just think there's money spent best elsewhere, so I'm just going to stay away from this one. This will be the ESPN game, the Sunday Night Baseball, but unfortunately at 7:10, I will be tuning into my Cavaliers going against the Indiana Pacers in game 1. So that's kind of where I lean in the final game on today's card. So appreciate you guys all tuning in. Let's kind of get into a quick recap. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe right down below. The board that we will kind of have out, Phillies on the run line, plus 158. Cincy, Washington over 8, minus 128. Alternate, Kansas City plus 115 on the money line. Padres plus 100 on the money line. Mets game 1 minus 124 on the money line. And then a couple bonus plays that we will kind of give out as kind of the longer shots on the board. Kolek going under 4.5 hits at plus 120. And a very small unit play on Seattle, Texas, under the total of 5 on BetMGM at plus 420. So appreciate you guys. Let's get it going today again. Good luck on your bets. Let me know what you guys will be playing down below in the comments. We'll see you guys a little bit later on Discord and tomorrow as well in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.